Hey, what's up, everyone? It's the final round, and my name is Jordan. This is a channel where the episodes come out the day before the games are played. We are in the conference finals, so we're going to have one game each day rotating until that series is settled. So if you would like to discuss the lines further, I have a Discord. The link is in the description. It's a great community. I would love for you to join. Bring your research, and we can all try to gather up and beat the bookies, because that's what it's all about. I don't charge for any of the picks that I give. I believe in beating the bookies and not taking advantage of each other. These picks are free. You get everything. I'm not hiding anything behind a paywall. If you do well with them and you feel like giving back, I have a Cash App and a Venmo in the description, and you can donate back to the channel. And that just helps keep me motivated to dig up this information, because it does take a lot of time. So if you can, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and if you have a little bit of extra time, can you leave a comment for the algorithm? Anything works. You can put an emoji, you can say hello, you can say goodbye, you can just put anything, and it's going to tell YouTube to get that video out there to more people. And I appreciate the people who do comment, especially the people who regularly comment. I can't thank you enough, because that's what's helping grow this channel so quickly, and I'm astonished of how quickly it has been growing. And I am partnered with two different apps. One is called Thrive Fantasy and one is called JOCKMKT. Use promo code FINALROUND11. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. And they are two player prop apps, and I think it's good to have multiple player prop apps just to compare the lines, because not all of them are the same, and you can get different payouts in some of them, and sometimes, yeah, you just get different lines. And I've had people tell me specifically with JOCKMKT they find better lines than Prizepicks on some things. So it's just good to just check it out and play around and look to see where you can find the leverage, because that's what it's all about with sports betting, is finding the leverage and the best opportunities. So that's promo code FINALROUND11 for a $100 match, up to $100 match on each of those apps. And I am partnered with another app, a data app called Outlier. I'll be using this to help make the picks. Dug out the information using Outlier. So this episode will be powered by Outlier. All right, so first pick, one that popped out to me was Austin Reeves. I'm looking at his 3 points prop at 1.5 3-pointers made. So in his last 3 games, he's destroyed this line. He hit 3 3-pointers, 3, and then 4 again to close out the last series. And in head-to-head matchups against the Nuggets, he went 2, 2, and 2 this season. So he's on fire right now, and he's historically has been able to get over this 1.5 mark. I think points at 14.5 is also a good play, but getting 2 3-pointers I should be pretty easy for Austin Reeves. Second pick, I know I've taken this one a lot, but it does hit quite often. LeBron James points plus assists. I'm looking at the under. He's been able to go over to close out series. Last 10 games, he's gone under 8 out of 10, and I looked at the game ones of each series. He's gone under on both of the game ones for points specifically, and then assists specifically, but rebounds he has gone over on game ones. And knowing LeBron James, I'm a Cleveland fan, obviously. So knowing LeBron James and how he plays in the playoffs, he calls game one the feel out game. He isn't quite as aggressive when it comes to scoring. He wants his teammates to get involved in the series as quickly as possible, and he wants to get his other superstar acclimated into the series. He doesn't want to just go and try to score as much as he can, and then you get to game 2 and the other guys they're not quite in their space. So he's always done that. It's kind of frustrating as a Cleveland fan watching him, because we used to lose a lot of game ones because it looked like he was very passive, but he has been able to win game 1, and on the road in each of the series he's played this season. He hasn't hit assists, though. That line is pretty high for him for these game ones, which leads to my third pick, Anthony Davis. They want to get him acclimated as quickly as possible. His matchup against Jokic is going to be huge. This is going to be the defining factor of this series, Anthony Davis versus Jokic. If you can get Anthony Davis going and Jokic possibly guarding him, then you could potentially get Jokic in foul trouble. So they have his first quarter points prop at 6.5 points. Over his last 2 games, he's gone 13 points and he's gotten 9 points. So that's to close out the series for the Lakers. They give it to Anthony Davis and they want him to get going as soon as possible. In head-to-head matchups this season with Anthony Davis versus Jokic, he's gone over this 3 out of 3 times. So I'm looking for the Lakers and LeBron to get Anthony Davis the ball and try to get him going with and get over that 6.5 point mark in the first quarter. So I'm liking that one. Fourth pick is an interesting one that popped up on the Outlier app. It was at the very top. Michael Porter Jr. under turnovers. So if you had played this the past 10 games, you would have hit 90% of the time. He is not turning the ball over. If you watch Michael Porter Jr. play, he kind of catches it and he's shooting. He's either shooting or it's going to be just like maybe a little handoff to another guy if he doesn't have the shot. But more often than not, when he's catching it, he's shooting. So that's not a turnover even when he bricks it. So I'm looking at the under on 0.5 turnovers for Michael Porter Jr. 90%. That's pretty nice. So I'm also looking at Michael Porter Jr. This can be my 5th pick. Rebounding wise, if you've been taking Jokic rebounds over for the past few games, you've been watching Michael Porter Jr. steal the rebounds away from Jokic, and it's the reason why Jokic's rebound numbers have gone down. Michael Porter Jr., he is 6'10", he just comes in and he just takes that rebound away. When Jokic doesn't really jump to get his rebounds, he's just really big. So they have his rebounds line at 5.5, and I'm liking the over on that. His last 5 games, he's gone over this 3 out of 5 times. The last time he didn't go over was the blowout game. He probably would have hit that if it was a competitive game. And in 2 matchups that he's played against the Lakers this season, he got 9 rebounds and he got 7 rebounds. So he went over on those 2 games as well. So I'm liking Michael Porter Jr. on the over for rebounds. And 6 picks can be Aaron Gordon. So I'm looking at the under on his points at 13.5. The last 4 games, he's gone under this 4 out of 4 times. And another reason why I'm taking this is he's going to be very active on the defensive end. He's got a big assignment. For Aaron Gordon, he's either going to be guarding LeBron James, or if they want to take Jokic off of Anthony Davis to keep him, kind of roaming behind, it's going to be Aaron Gordon who's going to have to be in the post to potentially pick up fouls against Anthony Davis. So Aaron Gordon's defensive matchup is going to be tough. He's got Anthony Davis or it's going to be LeBron James. So he's either going to get in foul trouble or he's going to be worn out from having to guard so much. This is just basically a pick of him not being too worried about the offensive end. Yeah, he might get a dunk every once in a while off a offensive rebound or something like that, but they're going to have him out there to be a defensive asset, and I think that's going to be his main focus, guarding one or two of those guys. He won't be guarding any other player. He's needed out there with his big body to go against Anthony Davis or LeBron James. So I'm liking the under on 13.5 points. So that is 6 picks. With a little bit of background, I've been doing a lot of reading on how big this matchup's going to be, and it really is going to hang on Jokic versus Anthony Davis. I read about potential defensive schemes. They can, you can let Jokic just cook pretty much and just score like he scored 50 points, but they ended up losing that game. You can put a guy like Jared Vanderbilt on Jokic or Rui Hachimura on Jokic, and you have Anthony Davis roaming behind him and you're trying to stop points. But when that happens, Jokic is going to carve you apart, hitting 3-point shooters like Bruce Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray. Like, he's going to pick you apart, and you got to take the lesser of two evils. Pick your poison. Do you want Jokic to carve you up, or do you want all these 3-point shooters to get a bunch of open shots. So Jokic is pretty much unguardable. You just kind of have to pick which one you want. I'm sure we're going to see different combinations of that. I'm not sure what we're going to see game one, so that's why I'm not picking any Jokic's unders or overs. He could get a ton of assists because they're double teaming him, or he could get a ton of points because they're just letting him, just go on the post, hit 3-point shots and just staying on everyone else. I watched some highlights of Anthony Davis trying to guard him in the post, and it was pretty bad. He kind of was destroying Anthony Davis, but Anthony Davis could do it to him on the other side too. So it's going to be quite the battle. And then you got a guy named LeBron James who is also going to be out there. So it's going to be an interesting series. I think it's a good matchup for the Lakers, actually. Definitely a better matchup than the Warriors were, with a bunch of, speedy guards. And the Lakers are more of kind of a tone it down defensive team right now. So they got past the Warriors, and this is more of a complementing styles. So should be fun to watch. I hope you guys do well. I hope these picks do well. God bless you all. I'll catch you guys on the next one. It's the final round. My name is Jordan. Bye.